blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Welcome back to another episode of Around the Clock Podcast, where we talk all things sports and culture. I'm your host, Dom, joined by the side of me is a guy you haven't heard from and seen in quite a while.
Testing.
Yeah. Make sure the mic still works. We got the illustrious Gary Wayne, and to the right of me, your left, we got Brandon, the entertainer. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? My phone up. Let's get this list pulled up. We got a lot of topics to talk about, a lot of things to discuss. Excited to be back in the studio. We've been virtual for a while, so we're already diving into this ESPN top 100 players of the 21st century list, and we got some gripes with it.
Can I say something?
We got some, yeah, absolutely. It's a podcast. You can say whatever you want.
Here's the thing: no matter what list you put out, I don't care if you put out the top 3, people are gonna have problems. I don't care if you ask the public, people are gonna have problems. So I want to say that people are going to have problems with any list, and we are aware of that.
100%.
But goddamn, this list is.
It's almost like they do it on purpose to.
No, they got to.
So let's just. I think we can do it in bite-sized pieces like they did. So we can start at the bottom, because I honestly already have some issues with the bottom of this list. So let's go ahead and scroll down to 100 players.
And first, I just wanted to start out here right off the bat. Where's Roman Reigns?
I don't think
there's a single wrestler on the list.
Where's Roman Reigns?
But if it's Roman, why wouldn't The Rock be on there?
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think there's any wrestlers on
John
there.
Cena.
So let's just start this off with two Hall of Fame, arguably two of the greatest defensive backs to ever play the game of football. I would say top 10 all time. I would say one of these guys is a top 3 safety of all time. We got Ed Reed and Charles Woodson at number 100 and number 99.
It's crazy.
These guys, in the 21st century, these guys have won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
These guys have been inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And they are a household name when it comes to football. And they are number 199.
Yes.
So that's already off the bat where I'm like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
I feel like
I don't know these other guys, so we could skip them. Even honestly, if you're asking me, and this is just me, I'm putting those two guys over Darrelle Revis, honestly. And Darrelle Revis is 96.
Darrelle Revis had a
run.
He had one of the greatest runs I've ever seen.
But I would say that I would argue that Charles Woodson and Ed Reed had a better career.
Yes.
So
I can argue that.
So I'm like, even that is, he's in the Hall of Fame as of last year. But then it gets bad. Let's just scroll. Rory McIlroy, number 93, which is interesting to me. I mean, I'd put him in the list as far as golf goes, but then Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, we got to talk about who's right before Pedro.
Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is 91, who is regarded as one of the best talents at quarterback. So that, I mean, it goes to show you that this list is going to be quite difficult.
Who came? I want to know, like, what was the parameters of this? Honestly, what was
I think it was just it had to be impact since the 2000, the year 2000.
So Rodgers is a 2-time MVP, 4-time NFL MVP.
Yeah.
I believe we just go off the list right here: 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time First Team All Pro, Hall of Fame All 2010s team. Super Bowl MVP, 475 passing touchdowns, Packers career leader. I don't understand how that puts a guy at number 91. And he's still playing.
Yeah.
And then the biggest problem is what's after him. A'ja Wilson.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, she's a dog.
She is a dog.
But her career has been very short-lived in comparison to a lot of the people she's above.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes. There is not a list I would put A'ja Wilson over Charles Woodson or Ed Reed.
I would certainly probably put her in the top 100 based on what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
But I would not put her over any of those names.
And she still has a long way to go.
Yeah, it is. Where's the one I'm looking at?
Tell you right now.
No, that ain't it. Where's it at? Nope, that ain't it.
That is blasphemous.
That is it. That is it.
You gotta figure that out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Loses
It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right. It's been a while. So it's just, you know.
I mean, like the bottom is cool, but not the.
Some of the bottom is okay.
I mean,
but Lauren Jackson, I don't even know who this is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. She's a 2-time WNBA champion. I have never heard of her.
Now, I will say basketball has the most people on the list with 24.
She's over Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of her. She's over Kawhi Leonard. He's literally a 2-time Finals MVP.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I do know Maya Moore.
Oh yeah, she deserves to be on there.
She's
she walked away early,
but she's high on the list in comparison to everybody else. Bernard Hopkins.
You know who Maya Moore is over?
Who?
Who she's 2 spots over?
I know who she is. You said she's 36.
I know exactly who's the 2 behind her.
I know exactly who it is.
No,
it's not even one of the
37.
greatest.
No, hold on.
What?
37. Ichiro Suzuki.
Golly.
38.
I already know the greatest of all time.
Barry Bonds.
Makes no sense. But I will caveat and say it is from the 2000s. But Barry Bonds from 2000
Do you know who else she's over?
to 2004 is the greatest run I've ever seen in my life.
So this person since 2000, if we're basing it off 2000, and don't get me wrong, she deserves to be on the list. This person is a 3-time AL MVP, 11-time All-Star, a World Series champion, and has over 500 career home runs since the 2000s. His name is Alex Rodriguez.
Hold on. Can I do from 37 to 40 to 43?
No, that's the part of the list that I just go ahead.
I'm gonna do from 37 to 43. Maya Moore is at 36. At 37, Ichiro Suzuki. 38, Barry Bonds. 39, Kevin Durant. 40, Justin Verlander. Probably the greatest starting top 5 greatest starting pitcher of all time. 41, Dirk Nowitzki. At 42, Giannis.
Okay.
And 43, Alex Rodriguez.
The A-Rod thing makes no sense to me.
I think Maya Moore is.
She's one of the. She paved the way.
Dope. I'm not devaluing her, but these are like.
I'm sorry, but Alex Rodriguez and Barry Bonds should be over everybody that's up from 37 down to 43. I'm sorry.
She is on people who, I mean, maybe she is a Mount Rushmore WNBA player. I guess she is. I guess you can count her as a, but Jesus, man.
Like Tamika Catchings. Like there's a lot of WNBA players in the top 50. And don't get me again. This isn't like a gender thing. I'm comparing to the.
I just need to stop because I think we might get cooked for this because that's
what
Ichiro. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say that list again. But I'm gonna say attributes. Great. Top 2 greatest leadoff hitter of all time.
Accurate.
Probably best all around hitter. Definitely best home run hitter of all time. 38.
I would say probably second best all around hitter.
He's top
3. He's top
5,
sure.
39, top 5, one of the greatest shooters of all time.
One of the greatest basketball players
of all time.
He's
top
probably
10
in a lot of top 10s.
Top 3 or 4 greatest starting pitchers of all time. Justin Verlander, number 40.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk.
Dirk, you can
Dirk's
slide
not gonna be
back
he's not going to be people's top 10.
No.
He's top 10 big man. Top 10 big man. He's a champion.
He's a Giannis, same thing.
He's still playing. But he's a champion.
Alex Rodriguez.
That's insane to me.
Greatest third baseman of all time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
since 2000, 500 and what home runs?
He's got the second most home runs since 2000.
That's crazy.
548 or 49. And honestly, don't get me wrong. I like Mike Trout, but I'm sorry, but I'm not putting Mike Trout over Alex Rodriguez when it comes to careers.
No,
I'm comparing careers. I'm taking A-Rod every single time. And Mike Trout's number 30. Let's just go from 30 on up. Joker, 28. And I'm just doing people I know. Randy Moss, arguably the greatest receiver of all time, number 27. 26.
I mean, but you gotta realize too, we gotta take our bias of the sport away.
Sure. I'm looking at contributions to the game. I'm looking at
this is
my bad. What are you doing?
I was looking at some ad popped up.
Jesus.
I mean, look, Floyd Mayweather, 25. That's a problem.
That's a major problem.
That's a major because you maybe I mean, is there a box? There's not another boxer, so he is the highest rated boxer probably. I don't
He's
think
on
there's
the
another
list.
boxer from 25.
But
on.
still, we're talking about a guy.
He did lose.
Regardless of how you
He just
feel
did
about his
lose.
opponents, he went 50-0. I mean,
He didn't lose.
like we talk about winning in sports, this man should be in the top 5
Yeah,
if we're looking at this list. I'm
Did they
sorry
put that on there?
that he's 50-0. Yeah.
I'm looking at that bio. Did they put that on there?
He's 50-0 and from 96 to 2007.
Oh, okay.
He had
It was
5
the first
division
thing.
world
Never mind.
champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking in the
I
middle
mean,
paragraph. I thought that was
Albert Pujols at number 24. And honestly, I kind of have a problem with this one, top 25. Kevin Garnett. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
No, and that's it. Kind of reverses,
it
man.
doesn't
Like
make
there's
sense.
people that's in the top 25 that where you're thinking, why are they in there? Like
Dude, no,
I don't
like Diana Taurasi, number 21.
So Sidney Crosby, like I don't watch a lot of hockey,
But I've
but
heard
I
that name.
know
Yeah,
I've heard that name.
exactly.
that he was a dog.
Exactly. I watch a lot of basketball enough to know that I love Kevin Garnett, but he does not. He does not make that.
Top 25.
Not at all.
I would
Not
put
at all.
Kevin Durant over him.
Here's the thing though with Taurasi, if okay, say if they were breaking things down, and I'm not saying this is how they did it, but they was like, all right, top 25, we got to have the right people in each sport in there because it's very mixed on the sports. They got everything in the top 25. Who are you gonna put higher than Taurasi? I don't. You know what I mean?
A lot of people.
When we just talked about contribution to the sport, like I don't know.
Yeah, but if I'm looking at the greatest, so in my opinion, when you say the greatest athlete of all time, in my opinion, that means the most dominant athletes that have played the game. So
Yeah.
Tom Brady's got to be up there. Michael Jordan's got to be up there. Michael Phelps, who's up there, it's got to be up there. Floyd fucking Mayweather, who's never lost a fight, it's got to be up there. We're talking dominance in the sport since the 2000s. That to me is what the greatest athlete is, honestly. And don't get me wrong, Diana Taurasi's paved the way for a lot of players. She's made contributions to the game. But when we're talking the the greatest athlete of all, we had a conversation like one of our first podcasts about this. And I'm sorry, she doesn't crack the top 20. No disrespect to her. Kevin Garnett don't crack the top 30.
She's about to break. Well, she's hurt now though, but she's about to break an Olympic record for women's basketball. I know that.
Aaron Donald, I can get that. Lewis Hamilton, I could even get in the top 20 because he is.
I mean,
Hey, man.
He's that guy when it comes to
Hey.
Formula One racing. I don't watch a lot of Formula
Pull it
One, but
up.
he's that guy.
From 2000 to 2004. Yeah, I'm still stuck on this.
you talking about Barry Bonds?
This man led the league
All right, dude. He just it's
in on base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS. He had that was one of those years was his 73 home run year.
When did Bonds retire?
He had 49, 46, 45, 45, 73 home runs.
When did he retire?
2007.
Okay.
7, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was early. Got Patrick Mahomes at number 18. I can see him in the top 20, maybe. Shaq, 17. Okay. Tim Duncan. Again,
Shaq at 17. No,
like I know
no, I don't see Shaq being in the top 25 of all time, personally.
of athletes.
Of athletes of all time. Like
Well, since the 2000s.
when we're talking about, I mean, since the 2000s, like
Yeah.
I mean, him and Kobe did something. Was that 2000, 2001, whatever it was?
Back to back, yeah.
When he had the back, or was it
02 and 03, I think.
No, 99, 2000.
Well, that
So-
they didn't, but they didn't win a championship in 99.
Oh, that was just
They
a
went-
season.
They went back to back, I think, in 02, 03, something like that.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, they went.
Either way it goes. I just, me personally, I don't think I think he's a higher than, he's one of the greatest athletes of all time, don't get me wrong. Maybe in the top 25, maybe, but I like Shaq. I'm a Shaq fan. I defend Shaq on some other stuff when it comes to the big men, but when you're talking about this, I think he's definitely higher than what he needs to be, because I don't believe that he did enough to be completely dominant, and he was a dominant in his position
Yeah.
in his sport, but to take over and stuff like that, I don't.
I would say he had a 4-year run where Shaq was a force to be reckoned with. He won 4 championships throughout that time. He won two MVPs. But then you got Tim Duncan right above him. So then it's like, what's the argument for him outside of,
Yeah, I mean, it just
Well, I there's a just like your problem at the end of the list. There's also a problem at the beginning of the list.
we got Katie Ledecky at number 15. I could argue her in the top 20. Steph Curry 14. Cristiano Ronaldo 13, Rafael Nadal 12, Novak whatever.
Djokovic.
Yeah. Number 11.
Djokovic.
Kobe 10, Usain Bolt 9.
So let's go top 10.
Yeah.
Let's break it down. That's what they broke down today. I was watching before I came over here. ESPN breaking down the top, not breaking it down, but they talking about a little bit about the top 10.
Yeah. So we got Kobe.
Kobe at number 10.
Okay.
I feel like, again, because if we're having to, and that's the way I felt. The way I thought you were about to talk about athletic ability. That's why I was hoping
that's not what this list is.
No, exactly.
No.
So I was glad that you talked about dominance in the sport. I'm okay with him being at number 10. I think it's a little high, personally.
Okay.
But I'm okay with him being at number 10 because they did win 3 out of 4 at one time.
And I think
he was the driving force of all that.
I think the impact to the game does play a part in the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
Kobe impacted the game tremendously.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm more okay. He should be higher than Tim Duncan.
I am not as upset at that. I would put him ahead of Usain Bolt, though. I would.
No.
I would.
But you got to look at what Usain Bolt did.
I can't do that.
But you got to look at what they both did.
Usain Bolt was Floyd Mayweather. He didn't lose.
I understand that.
He didn't lose.
I understand.
But
Floyd is 25.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Floyd should be higher.
Here's the thing that sucks about it, though. When we're talking about dominance, the individual sports guys, people are going to be towards the top anyway, especially when they were dominant, because they get to show off how their dominance to the rest of the people. When everybody else has a team to rely on, it's kind of hard to it's harder to show your dominance. Not hard, but I'm saying it's harder than what they to really put your dominance out there on paper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Besides just earning championships again with your team, though.
Usain Bolt has a record that still stands to this day that he did in 2009. So he's got a world record. His dominant, and especially he did this 8 times in the Olympics. So in the Olympics ain't every year. So he was showing up every 4 years, but whooping ass.
It's not like we're gonna see somebody drop 81 points either.
No. But that was a game. Like, did that game matter?
But that's what this
6.
That's just the difference of sports, though.
6 out of the top 10 are single sport athletes. So that kind of shows you a little bit more.
Yeah.
More than that.
Tiger Woods at number 8. I'm okay with him in the top 10. I think I put him over Simone Biles in my opinion. If we're talking dominance but she's been dominant.
I don't. Man.
She's been dominant.
She's only about the.
She's been dominant.
She is. See, here's the thing.
Here's the thing
with Tiger Woods. Here's the thing with Tiger Woods. You can still. I know. Calm down.
No,
but you can still make an argument. Technically, is Tiger Woods the greatest golfer of all time? You can still make that argument. You can't make that with Simone Biles. It's without a doubt. She is the greatest gymnast, probably man or woman, of all time.
Did you see the video of her jumping and they had her 13 feet in the air or something like that? They were talking about for somebody to be able to do that, the vertical jump that she got, it was her head was at peak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody
they equated if they said if LeBron James jumped as much force as she does at his size, his head will be over the backboard.
Yeah,
that's how they equated it. His head will be over the backboard. With given both their size difference,
Yeah. But I will say, I think her time is going to become she's 27. That's pretty old for a gymnast.
But no,
that's pretty old.
Still projected to.
Well, yeah, this year, but I'm saying eventually she's going to step away.
Yeah, this is what a lot of these girls now are doing. I think 3 of them, her and the other 2, they're going past what girls were normally the age that girls were normally going for the Olympics.
So we got Roger Federer at number 6,
which I thought the Djokovic dude was better.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about tennis, so
and he's at 11.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Again, I think some of it is maybe contributions to the game. Maybe he's a 20-time major champion, is what it says. 369 major wins. Hold on.
Who's that?
That's Roger Federer. Where was
11?
Djokovic is to a 24-time Grand Slam singles champion. and he has a record of 422 weeks as number one and 375 Grand Slam match wins. So, yeah.
Those are all records.
That seems like – yeah, okay. Tom Brady, number 5.
This is where it gets dicey.
Wrong.
This is where it gets dicey for a lot of people.
Wrong. I don't know what button to press, but it's all of them. Wrong.
Makes
no sense.
I agree. I don't understand how you put Bron over Brady, in my opinion.
I don't disagree.
In my opinion, because it's.
I'd love to for content. I'd love to.
It doesn't to me make much. I don't know what. Again, obviously it's dominance, but I don't know what other metrics they were looking at. Like, I don't know what the breakdown was. Maybe it was a panel of like 50 people and they all voted. Maybe that's what it was.
Because when you look at both of them, they are outside of Brady's win percentage in championships, which I think obviously should put him over LeBron. They almost have like the same career. Like, Brady's got the most yards ever thrown. Bron's got the most points. You know, they've been a force to be reckoned with in the postseason, any opportunity that they're in it. So I think it's very similar, but obviously Brady does have the edge in that battle I would even say by a large margin, just because Brady's won fucking 7 Super Bowls.
But the thing about Brady is that he has the most everything.
Well, yeah,
it's kind of like the I don't know how to. It's kind of like the Floyd Mayweather thing. How you just don't. He just didn't lose, but Brady has like the most regular season and postseason records.
Yeah, I think LeBron does too, though. Now,
I don't know.
I think he's leading in the postseason points, minutes.
I would say should be, but yeah.
But I will say, a guy that's a 7-time champion compared to a guy that's a 4-time champion. Don't get me wrong, going to 10 straight is something that's right. Uncommon in sports. Like, we might not ever see that again.
Right.
But he didn't win 10 straight. So now if he won 10 straight, I mean, there'd be.
And here's the thing about the winning thing is that there are. I ain't gonna say like plethora, but there are quite a bit of basketball players who has 3-4 rings.
Yeah,
5 rings plus.
There ain't many guys that have four championships. There's only
and now in football, there's nobody has 7 rings.
I don't think anybody has 6, do they?
No, I think the next closest 4.
Yeah, it would be Joe Montana. I
think. Yeah, and that's
which he passed a while ago.
So quarterbacks.
Yeah, quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And with that said, I think Brady versus LeBron, he played the harder position.
So
and he was the most dominant at the harder position than LeBron.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at I will say I'm not exactly mad at the top 10 who's on it. I'm more or less, I think there needs to be some rearranging there. Because Serena Williams, I'm okay with that. And I'm honestly okay with Michael Phelps being at number 1. I'm 100% okay with Michael Phelps being at number 1. I mean, he was the man. Like, he was him.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset about that.
It's honestly the middle that's I think is super.
The middle makes no sense to me. Like
Kevin Garnett being over Alex Rodriguez, being over Kevin Durant, being over even Giannis being over Giannis. I mean, I don't understand what Kevin Garnett did to be in the top 25. Like, honestly, I would honestly argue that Paul Pierce had a better career.
I don't know what that means.
Battery exhausted. Keep talking.
No, KG, he's a Hall of Famer. He's an NBA champion. I don't know if he won MVP. I don't think he's won MVP. But he was a great player. But again, the people behind him, I keep bringing up his name, but the Floyd Mayweather, like I would bump him up considerably.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather! It's the fact that they have all these individual players,
right?
Individual athletes in the top 10, and you also have another one that's outside of the top 10, not in there. Floyd Mayweather, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, should be no lower than 5 on this list.
Yeah,
and I'm not even. Like, I'm just.
Yeah, like, I'm not like you said. You're not mad at top 10. I'm not exactly mad at the top 10, but
yeah,
there are some people I would I mean, it does need some finagling. I'm not mad at Michael Phelps number 1.
I'm excited.
Me personally, I would put Tom Brady at number 2 and Serena at number 3.
Let's give it up for Peyton Manning at number 26. I mean, come on, round of applause. Oh shit!
No, that's the right one. That's the right one.
wait till you hear that, Dominique. That was. Hold on. Here we go. God.
I'm here to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you're pressing all the right buttons.
Nope.
Yeah, all the right ones.
There we go.
We should probably at this point, 20 episodes in, we should probably label them things.
It was the.
I think they deserve some labeling.
Actually, the memory card on the camera. What the battery? Memory card.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll keep it moving. We're out of memory. I got a couple things I want to get to after we get off this list. We've spent.
Wait.
we spent 30
We
minutes on
can
it.
move. Let's
table
move
it.
on. To
I got a couple of topics. Brandon was a little concerned about what we were going to be doing today. And I understandably so. So I've got 2 things we're going to do today to spice things up in the middle of the episode. First is going to be a top 5, but this is a top 5 of blind ranking. So I'm going to give you 5 names, and you have to rank them 1 through 5. You pick the position they're in. Okay.
Well, we only get one at a time, right?
You only get one at a time.
Okay.
These are going to be 5 quarterbacks, five active quarterbacks.
And we're doing what now?
It's a blind ranking.
Okay.
And at the end of we'll see how you did your list. So we're going to start off with CJ Stroud.
Do I get one?
No, both of you and Gary, you can do this together collectively. CJ Stroud.
What about him?
Where are you putting him at on the
We're
list?
not going to agree.
This is a top 5 ranking. So
Top 5 active.
No. I'm saying.
all right, let me break it down for you.
No, I get what you're saying. I know exactly how it works, but I'm saying
You have to figure out a way to.
I'm gonna put him at number 2. He might want to put him at number 5.
Okay, so that's something to determine between you two.
So why don't I have one and I look at my 5 versus his top 5?
Well, we've only got one. We can work on that next week. You two collectively come together to figure this out. So CJ Stroud,
5.
where are you put 5?
5.
Okay.
Wait, these are active quarterbacks?
Active quarterbacks. I'm giving you
5
active quarterbacks, and
Okay.
you need to rank them 1 through 5. But
CJ
you get one at a
Stroud?
time.
3.
CJ Stroud,
3.
5.
3,
3.
5. Okay, you guys. All right, you got 5. You got 3.
3.
Okay.
I'm keeping this list. Hold on.
All right. So the next quarterback. That's what I said. You got to be particular on how you're doing this. Trevor Lawrence.
5.
5. Brandon, where you putting Trevor Lawrence at?
Trevor Lawrence.
Well, unfortunately, you put him over Stroud, dumbass.
4.
All right. All right. Next guy on the list is Josh Allen.
2.
2?
Yeah.
All right.
So I got 2, 3, and 5.
All right. Next guy on the list is Lamar Jackson.
Wait. Trevor
4.
Lawrence. 3.
3?
You said Trevor. I already got.
Dude, you're like 2 quarterbacks behind. What?
So
Wait, didn't you just do Trevor Lawrence?
CJ Stroud 5. Trevor Lawrence is number 3 for you?
Oh no, okay, sorry, 4. Who's third one you just said?
Josh Allen.
Oh. 3.
Okay.
I got Josh Allen at 2,
Lamar Jackson.
4.
2.
Patrick Mahomes.
1. Bam, baby!
My list is so much better.
How about? We both got him at number 1, right? Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have CJ Stroud at number 5.
Number 5.
Trevor Lawrence at number 3.
Right.
Josh Allen at number 4.
Listen.
Lamar Jackson at number 2. And
This is what y'all don't understand. I'm gonna put y'all in some game about football, how it works, okay? A lot of times with rookie quarterbacks, what do?
Sophomore slump.
They condense the playbook. They break the playbook down to the simplest form.
Did you watch Did you watch football?
And so what happens when that sophomore slump comes around is they expand their playbook a little bit.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
So a lot of times when that sophomore slump happens, this is what's going to happen with CJ Stroud. He is going to be out of the top 10 quarterbacks.
Hey, let me
Trevor Lawrence has never
Dom,
been in the top 10
Dom, let me put y'all on game on some football knowledge.
Let me go.
Everything he just said is completely wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
Completely untrue.
No, it's not.
Completely wrong.
Ask Cam Newton. That's what happened to him.
Oh, is it?
That's exactly what happened to him.
Should I ask Patrick Mahomes what happened his sophomore year?
Patrick Mahomes wasn't starting his freshman, his rookie year. He didn't start. He didn't play. Different circumstance.
He played week
Get out of
16.
here.
He played one game. Get out of here. He did not play
Lamar
his
Jackson
rookie
sophomore
year.
slump.
So it is a different
Lamar
circumstance.
Jackson
Lamar Jackson. Did Josh Allen have a sophomore slump?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I can't remember his
So
his
Anthony,
sophomore
so
year.
we,
Everything
so we
he
can,
said
so we
is
can
completely
expect,
unfounded.
Hey, we can expect
and
Anthony.
untrue.
We can expect Anthony Richardson to have a sophomore slump.
He
which
didn't play his rookie year.
means he would play 2 games instead of 4.
He didn't play. He didn't play. So it's a different circumstance. When they come in, they're rookie of the year, they're doing great. We'll have a sophomore slump. Trust me.
No.
Okay.
No. You clearly
Trust
did not
me.
watch him play
Okay.
or see the playbook.
Okay.
Because I don't see how you have a condensed playbook but still throw for so many yards. And so many
You can definitely do that. I.e. again, Cam Newton. Cam Newton. They talked about it. They talked about it with Cam Newton.
What? Okay, you can't. That is such a small.
And he actually
sample size.
broke records.
That's
Like, what are you
such a
talking
small
about?
sample size.
That's
brother.
that's one player.
Like right.
I'm just saying-
and Cam Newton's playbook was unlike anybody else's.
I'm telling you right now.
condensed or not.
I'm telling you right now. Just watch. Watch the product this year.
That's fine, but Brandon.
We're gonna come back to this episode.
even on a
we're gonna come back to
condensed
this episode. We're
playlist.
gonna play it. We're gonna make content of it. We're gonna replay it. And you're like, and we're gonna go back to us live now. And I'm gonna be like, smiling. Told you.
Cam Newton had his own goal line.
CJ
rushing
Stroud is not
package.
that guy.
Oh, that's
He's
fine.
not that guy.
He's better than Trevor Lawrence. He's better than Trevor Lawrence. Nah. Yeah. Okay.
Crazy as
Next
hell.
one on the list. We're gonna do a. It's what are my words I'm trying to say here? We're gonna have to. There are 12. I'm just gonna say this. There are 12 two-time MVPs in the NFL. There have been 12. I believe the number is 12. I do not know every single one. I didn't dig into this list. I just happen to see it. Can we guess all 12 two-time MVPs in the NFL?
Absolutely
Yes.
There's
not.
12 of them.
Yes.
Absolutely not. We'll go ahead and start.
But we could start. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh boy. How do you
Peyton
start?
Manning.
Stop. How do you start with Tom Brady when you got the guy with the most MVPs? You just start with him. Start with him.
He's just not better though.
Start with him.
Peyton Manning.
Aaron Rodgers. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson 2-time.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes 2-time.
Did Drew Brees win too?
I'm going to leave Drew Brees off right now.
Joe Montana. That's 6.
Yep.
Joe Montana won.
He absolutely won.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't know.
we'll look it up after this. We're at 6. There's more guys out there. It's more than likely quarterbacks. Obviously.
Joe Montana twice?
I feel like he won 2 MVPs. He had to have won 2 MVPs.
Oh.
I think he did. Think Terry Bradshaw won 2?
No.
I'm trying to go back now.
What about Brett Favre? Brett Favre.
Two-time?
2-time MVP.
I don't know.
Elway.
I think Elway won a couple.
That might okay.
I don't.
I mean, we got 12. We could throw Elway on there.
We
If,
throw
if-
Elway on
if we're
there.
wrong, we're wrong. Who else? Did Dan,
Or are we
Dan
doing-
Marino?
Are we doing Peyton Manning twice because he won so many? I don't know.
No, actually, I'm not that confident in Elway. Because no, I could be wrong.
I think Joe Montana's definitely on there. Elway. Who was the quarterback in Dallas?
Troy Aikman.
No.
Sure. No. Did Emmitt Smith ever win MVP?
I'm not sure.
Damn, this is harder than I thought.
Because that's why I was thinking if what's his name won MVP, Elway's running back.
Oh,
Smith?
Terrell Davis.
Terrell
Oh,
Davis.
Charles, I was thinking Aikman still.
Damn, this is hard.
This is hard.
We got
Probably have to
half
go-
the list.
I mean, we're doing. You see what time period we all stayed in? We gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. We got to go back.
What about like people like Gale Sayers and Jim Brown?
Jim
I
Brown.
bet Jim Brown won more than one.
Walter Payton. Do you think he won more than one?
No.
I'm throwing Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Okay.
Throwing
I
Jim
don't think he won 2, but he might have.
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
Marino.
Maybe he won everything but Super Bowls, so I can see that. Don't look it up.
I gotta have it ready
now.
Let's see here. Do we give up?
No.
We give up at 7 or 8. We're at 7. We're at 7 out of 12. and I'm pretty sure 2 of them probably wrong.
Well, Brandon, get out of here.
Yeah, I am looking. I didn't see that. I didn't see a name that we already didn't say though. But it did pop right up.
Anybody in the
First
modern era one too? So we got Mahomes, Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees never won.
I'm not. I don't think so. Not 2.
I mean, he was playing with 2 dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Against 2.
Right.
And
I mean, it's kind of tough.
no other skills position probably won it more than once.
Well, Brady's only got 3, I think.
I'm saying the fact that there's 12 is I thought this would be easier. Not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, man,
it has to be.
You got to
way
realize
before.
too, though.
Who's the old Colts
You say
quarterback?
Terry Bradshaw?
Way back
I
in the
heard
day.
One of y'all say Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, Gary didn't think so.
Come on. What's his name? Johnny Unitas?
Johnny Unitas. Did they have
Johnny
it?
Unitas.
Was MVP back then?
They probably had Johnny Unitas.
I
Johnny
feel-
Unitas.
I'm putting him on the list.
Yeah.
I'm putting him on the list.
He was a
You probably throw for 200 yards when you do that. Man.
Put him on the list. Put him on the mark him down.
We're saying they're all quarterbacks.
They gotta be.
There has to
But
be.
There's got to be a
you
skill
got to realize
player.
back then. That's why I say Jim Brown because they was.
Yeah, but
It was
they also didn't
You
like.
got to realize the first
Black people.
They didn't give them any
They
awards.
said one.
I mean, we'll let you play, but
They said one. Jackie Robinson.
You ain't
won.
winning shit.
man, do we give up? I can't think of anybody else.
We're at 8.
Let me pull up the
All right.
list.
I got it right here.
We're at a confident 8.
Yep, Johnny U's on there.
Okay. Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Brett Favre was on there.
Okay.
Johnny Unitas, Jim Brown. He won 3.
Steve
Nice.
Young.
Patrick Mahomes. Oh, shit.
Didn't think about
Steve
Steve. Young.
Lamar Jackson.
Young. Kurt Warner.
Really?
I'm assuming he won in 99. And probably 2000.
We did pretty good. Jim Brown. Boom.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I said Jim Brown won 3.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Dude,
He
we
said
talked
it.
about
Oh, he said it already?
Yeah. Tom Brady 3, Johnny Unitas 3, Brett Favre 3, Joe Montana 2, Jim Brown 3, Steve Young, Kurt Warner, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
So Jim Brown, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Johnny Unitas are the ones that have more than 2.
Wow. I would assume Patrick Mahomes is going to get another one.
Jim Brown is the
Yeah.
only non-quarterback to win more than 2.
Mm.
I mean, I guess more than
More than one, probably.
Yeah.
They wasn't throwing the ball much back then.
No. Very run-heavy offense.
Yes.
That's pretty good. That was a pretty good list.
Yeah. What else we got? Anything else? You want to talk about NBA? You want to talk about Bronny James?
I mean, what is there to talk about right
The only thing I want to talk about when it comes to Bronny James is that people are criticizing him as if he was a first-round top 2 pick. That's my only gripe with Bronny James. Bronny James is playing basketball, in my opinion, as a guy who was picked 55th.
Well,
they got this
I think-
expectation that he was going to come in and be this. A lot of people do, which is why
People
they're
do?
being. Why you think they're posting the stats every week?
I think it's the guarantees. Like, I think he's a shoe-in to be guaranteed a roster spot when he should be in the G League.
I don't think he will. I don't think he's a shoe-in.
I think, dude, they're showing the fucking. Did you see the other day they gifted him a rug
social
of
media
himself?
posting it every day.
The
on
Lakers
that.
gifted him a rug of himself. I was
I
like,
didn't
what
see
the
that.
fuck? Who does that?
I mean, Connect 4 is going to be on the roster. Bronny played well. The thing is, it's like these are 3 games in, so give him the opportunity to get a feel for the game. I think he will be okay. I saw the Jaylen Brown thing, but then I saw Gilbert Arenas was like, bro, you were a top 5 pick, and you went he went 1 for
Okay, but also he was a 6'6" athletic,
yeah, I get it.
you know, and he had a good college career. So it's just that's not a comparison to me.
But I think a lot of the criticism has been the kid's under a microscope, and it's like he came in knowing I'm not that good of a player. So it's like everybody's got this expectation, like when is Bronny going to drop 20? And it's like he's never going to drop 20. Like him dropping 12 the other night, that's a night for him. He dropped 12. He was like 2 for 4 from 3. He shot well finally. But Bronny is a good defender. And that's the one thing you have to be when you're undersized in the NBA is a good defender. And that's what he's got to hone in on.
Yeah, but when you watch, there's just But some of that might be summer league, man.
Yeah,
I
just don't know.
Like he just doesn't look like he has a feel for the game.
Not yet.
But also, when you watch, it doesn't look like any of them have a feel for the game. It's just like, it's just kind of, there's a little bit of individual basketball. But like I said, that just might be summer league, man.
But yeah, I don't know what Jaylen Brown was thinking. I think.
I know exactly what he was thinking. He was just having a private conversation.
But you got to realize you got to pull LeBron, dog.
Yeah, I mean, there's a camera on you 24/7.
You got to tuck that mouth in the shirt, dog.
You're a $300 million man.
Yeah,
there's a camera on you 24/7.
Also, speaking of the NBA, what do we think about the NBA signing an 11-year, $76 billion TV deal?
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So, and I hate this is going to ruffle some feathers, but the WNBA is a branch of the NBA. So could you at least pay these women a little bit more money? Like, you just signed a $76 billion deal.
The best we can do is upgrade the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's it.
God. You mean upgrade the kitchen? They don't have facilities. Ain't no kitchen. The Las Vegas Aces are the only team with a
have
facility.
To make it work. We'll get some more cast irons or something.
I'm like, brother, $76 billion deal.
Yeah. We don't even have janitors in the WNBA.
He's speaking like an unmarried man right now. They don't have. God damn, hey, I can't have. I literally don't have the balls to say that.
They don't have janitors in the WNBA because they expect them to clean it up.
So. God damn, like you just getting it off your chest right now, ain't it? I'll tell you, a year ago, you wouldn't have said this.
I think it's good. I was a different man.
Yeah. And then speaking of Jaylen Brown, not on Team USA.
We should get off the WNBA.
What do we think of that?
What is?
I didn't understand the cryptic tweets between him and Nike.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Because what does Nike have to do with the USA roster? Do they have input on that?
I don't think so. I think they endorse the uniform.
Yeah, but I'm like, because he was like Nike, I just saw all these tweets. I'm like, but what does Nike have to do with that?
No clue.
We do have the Rookie of the Year battle going on.
Not really.
Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year.
What's your definition? What's your definition of battle?
The battle is between Kaitlyn Clark first half of the year and Kaitlyn Clark second half of the year. That's the only battle.
Angel Reese is making some.
Yeah, double doubles. I mean, that's
double doubles.
Kaitlyn Clark, first female to get a
triple double
as a rookie.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I would say there's no battle.
She also broke the record for most assists in a game. She also leads the whole WNBA in assists per game.
I know, especially being one of the top scorers, like in women's basketball.
She's also top 10 in scoring.
It's. I know people are going to push, and especially a black community going to hate us for this, but it's Kaitlyn Clark.
Yeah,
she's better. She's the better all around.
I will say I see a lot of hate from some people on Angel Reese that I don't like though, and I don't know if it's a color thing or whatever, but I see a lot of Angel Reese is trash. Angel Reese is trash. I'm like, I mean, she's playing to her competition. She is a top 10 player.
I think she has a long way to go.
Yeah, but she's not trash.
She's definitely crashing the boards, which is what you want to see. I think she's
a big girl,
right? She's second in rebounds per game in the whole WNBA.
I expected Cardozo to come in and be a little bit better than she's been playing, honestly.
But here's also my thing, is that Kaitlyn Clark's team is so much better than they was last year.
Are they?
Yes.
What's their current record?
Yes. I think they might have a better record than Chicago.
No, I mean like the team's record.
No. I'm just saying this is them side by side when it comes to just rebounds.
Literally rebounds. And Kaitlyn Clark's averaging 5.8, almost over 5.5.
How is Kaitlyn Clark averaging technically, even though it's 0.8 versus 0.4?
Yeah,
blocks per game.
Right.
How is she averaging more blocks per game?
Not only that,
that's a foot taller.
Not only that, but you're a big.
Yeah.
You're big. Why is your field goal percentage so low?
Yeah.
You take 2-foot layups every time.
I mean, I don't know if people have really looked at this side by side like this.
It's not. It's ugly.
But it's. I mean, literally the only thing.
So
is
the
total
Fever
rebounds.
and so the Fever is 11-15 right now, and Chicago Sky is 10-14.
When is like the playoffs start for the WNBA?
I have no clue.
I think it's
gotta
after
be soon, right?
I think it's like September, end of August, September time.
Because their season ain't that long.
No, it's not.
Because it's only 12 teams.
But I think it's usually sooner than that.
They're really playing each other over and over and over.
But they take the break because of because of the Olympics every 4 years. So they literally are taking like a 2.5 week break or something like that. This go round. Yeah. But that's another thing too, which I talked about before the show tonight, is literally those girls can kind of show up, show out, because it's WNBA versus Team USA, and all the girls who feel like they got snubbed are on the WNBA squad.
Yeah.
Last Olympics, WNBA beat Team USA.
Good for them.
I mean, if Kaitlyn Clark and Angel Reese,
is it gonna be on Peacock tonight, or how can I tune in?
I don't know. Tubi. I'm just that's fine. Nah, I shouldn't. No, stop. You shouldn't have said that. You said that. You said it. No, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be on ESPN.
You think it's gonna be on Tubi? You think we're gonna have to pay for that?
No, stop. Dude, stop.
You gotta pay for Tubi.
That's
I thought Tubi was free.
That's stop. We're not posting that stuff. Anyways, I think it's gonna be on ESPN tonight. I'm actually excited to watch it, to be honest. I truly am excited to watch it, because I think.
Make sure you guys tune in on ESPN 7. And it'll be on.
What is it? ESPN Nuevo? What's the Spanish one?
Stop.
The Ocho?
Deportes?
Yeah.
Stop. This is gonna be.
That's
enjoy
ESPN
these
Ocho.
games.
Yeah, with the dodgeball.
I enjoy these games.
They'll be after the dodgeball.
Really?
I've been paying a lot more attention. I got two more topics I want to hit on.
Go ahead.
One is it me, or has the NFL offseason been extremely quiet?
Boring.
Like,
I think
it's been very, very
it's the
quiet.
most boring offseason ever.
There's been no signings, no.
Well, it was all in the beginning of free agency.
Well, yeah, it was.
So this was
the Wild Wild West for a little bit.
This was March, April,
and OTAs just started. So
right, and then training camp's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So unless somebody do the annual drunken driving or domestic violence.
And also on the NFL, the one thing I'm starting to realize, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, but after watching the some of the clips, I haven't watched the whole series of like following the New York Giants like off season. I feel like I could be an NFL GM. Like these conversations are not that.
No.
Like you would think a lot more goes into it, and you're watching this and you're like. You're just having a conversation about like Saquon Barkley and how like
they're like 10 mil. I don't know about that.
Like,
let me go sleep on that.
Yeah, I'm like what? Like what are these conversations?
I thought there was a lot more pen and paper.
Yes.
I thought there was just like he's just calling them up and say, "Hey, bro."
It's like an episode of The Office. It's like 8 guys in a room just talking.
It's like, "Hey, bro, if you want to test for agency, if you want to come back to us, let us know." I kind of already told y'all where I was at with that. All right, cool. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Good luck. See you later.
Like, oh wow, so I could be an NFL GM. Wow, not a lot goes into this. Yeah. And they heavily rely on the other guys. I feel like, especially in New York,
dude. There's like 10 other people in the room.
Yeah, I'm like he almost has no input. Like,
I think this off season. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know what it is. Maybe football's getting boring.
Wow.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
More people are paying attention to WNBA.
No. And then my last topic, and I'm going to finish on this unless y'all got something else. We talked about it a little bit with baseball, and we had Jay Jackson on the show. Shouts out to Jay Jackson, by the way. Appreciate your time. Does baseball have a marketing problem?
I think so.
Brandon and I talked about it. Is it a marketing problem, or is it because baseball's best athletes are not American?
So that's what I was going to hit. I was going to say marketing problem to who?
Yeah.
Is it a marketing problem to Americans?
I just mean like I feel like baseball, it doesn't really get behind and market their best athletes. Baseball has become it, like you're at a point now where guys are starting to be a little bit more showboaty. Guys are showing their personalities, and I feel like they're not behind that. And like you have Ohtani, but Ohtani is not. He can't be the face of baseball because he doesn't want to be. He wants to be private. He doesn't talk. He can speak English, but he makes it seem like he can't. And so he's got no interest in actually being the face of the league. So who is the current face of the MLB?
It's Ohtani, but
from a like best player perspective, it's Ohtani. But from a youth perspective of like, man, I want to play baseball like this guy.
Yeah.
Or I want to have the swag like this guy.
Like De La Cruz. Like, why are they not getting behind him?
I would still probably say, I think most youth would probably side with like Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Mookie Betts. I think a lot of black kids probably want to be Mookie Betts.
Here's the thing. and I talked about it a little bit, but I think really we have. I really think there's an issue in America. I don't know. Maybe it's not an issue. I don't know what the words are, but we get behind our own way more from a marketing standpoint, from a just for fan standpoint, everything.
Absolutely.
Than the foreign players.
Absolutely.
Any foreign player, you can't really make this comparison with football because there's not a lot of foreign players. In football.
That's any sport.
But like any sport, we get behind the American-born player more than we get behind anybody else.
Yeah, and that's definitely in the media too. Because you watch these basketball takes and stuff, and like they're very hesitant on Jokic, and I'm like, all right, but they'll prop up, an American.
Yeah, I listen. I promise you, this is what I said to Dominique one time. I truly believe if Shohei Ohtani name, or let's say, I truly believe if Aaron Judge was doing everything, pitching, hitting, everything that Shohei Ohtani was doing, he'd be goated. He'd be the greatest player. I mean, everybody around every sport knows him. Yeah. But the level of marketing that we push behind him, the level of just fans couldn't go anywhere. The baseball, I think baseball will level up itself in America if Shohei Ohtani's name was Aaron Judge. Yeah. I truly believe that.
I agree with that, but also I think it's the foreign players don't necessarily care either. That could be a part of the problem as well. Like they're not American, so they don't care to be propped up. They just want to play ball.
Have you talked or seen any of these Dominican guys? Oh, they have no showboats. they want to be. They want to be for sure. Like, but yeah, like somebody like Ohtani, I don't think he. I mean, obviously, when you say I'm just gonna take $2 million a year. Like whenever you do that, you obviously dealing with. But another problem is too, some in a way, because
But no, I mean that it makes sense because you got guys like Jokic in the NBA, who's not really.
Yeah, he doesn't care to be the face of the league.
He doesn't want the cereal commercials.
No,
you know what I mean.
He wants to go race horses.
And I don't think Ohtani wants that either. So in basketball, they're going to try to prop up the American who. Yeah.
Who wants to be there.
That, yeah.
I really think if Joker was American, we'd be putting him in GOAT conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
I truly believe that.
I agree.
Wait, was he on this list?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was on.
He was like 70, 60, something like that. Then on baseball, I was talking to some guys last night about baseball, some of my neighbors, and you guys are more the baseball heads, so you give me your opinion on this. So he was saying, like, the big issue in baseball right now is that come September, October, other sports take off.
Yeah.
And so he was saying baseball really should shrink their schedule by like 20 games. Because he's like, come September, what teams are in contention anyway, so why are we playing these games? Like, why are we playing these games?
It was a long time ago, it was just money.
Because
you could do it. And at that time when they extended the season, football wasn't football, basketball definitely was not basketball. Yeah. So I mean, you weren't competing; it was just baseball. Baseball was.
So I mean, basketball has definitely came a long way, but I mean, football still reigns supreme. Man.
Yeah. So it's like come September, October,
it is
I'm
the
not
number one
baseball.
watch show in the world. Yeah, or at least in America.
But I mean, there is another thing too, though. I truly believe sports, because everything is happening at one point, everything at the same time. Like you got basketball starting to get going when baseball playoffs are starting. Football's in the middle of their season. Like sports in the fall is, I mean, even podcasts. Podcasts are going to get more views. Everyone's going to do like everything about sports is doing so much better in the fall that it's almost like, do we want to take it away from that though? When sports is so heightened, or is there something being the standalone sport? Because right now baseball, I mean, I know there's other stuff going on, but baseball kind of is the standalone sport, especially out of the big 3 or 4 now in America with soccer kind of making it.
But also it comes this time when most Americans don't care about baseball. It's a downside. So it's like after June, you're like, oh, sports are over, but I got baseball, Like I'm not. There's just too many games for me personally. Like I don't need to tune in. And if they made it easier to watch, I watch other teams more on YouTube TV because they show those games. They don't show the Royals.
I don't understand having these like
these
deals. These subscription deals.
Bro,
when
and
it's
talking subscriptions, the NFL, bro, they're going to show games on like 10 different types of networks this year.
Yeah.
Amazon, Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is going to be going like that. To me, that's
was
ridiculous.
it like $600 for
If you
to
watch every game.
to watch every game? Like they're going to be on it, and that was with Netflix being $7. Ain't nobody. No, we said that to our cousin
James paid for the ads.
He said, ain't nobody paying $7 for Netflix. Who the hell doing that?
I
You
do.
paying $7 for Netflix?
I didn't even know Netflix had ads. Like, what are the ads you get? It's like when you.
I think it's when you're watching like
the
those
first.
series.
Does it start like in the middle, like a
That's what I'm saying.
commercial?
I hope it does ads happen in the middle of a movie. Like if I'm watching a movie,
No.
Some do.
I've never seen that.
do ads just pop up?
Some do. Like when I had Hulu would do that, like in the
That's
middle of a
Hulu.
show.
Bro, you gotta realize
Not
like
Netflix.
we pay for the top one. That's like $30.
It's crazy.
It's like $30 a month compared to
what's-
$7.
You know
So
what?
if I don't have no ads, you better be watching ads.
You know
in the
what's
middle
crazy
of,
about?
you better in the middle of Thanos getting ready to snap his fingers.
Yeah.
You better.
You know the crazy thing that these kids don't understand about Netflix is that when Netflix first came out, it was a subscription service where they sent you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, hey,
Yeah,
my son-
I used
You
to
literally
get
got a
those.
DVD
No, no.
in the mail,
Stop.
and you could
Get
keep it
those.
as long as you
Stop.
want it.
Stop. My son, who's 13, was doing old jokes. You know, how kids do that, and he said that as a joke to me.
That
He was
wasn't
like-
that long
He was
ago.
like,
Nah, it was a while ago.
he's like, you probably used to get DVDs for your Netflix. I was like, I did.
Yeah, I also went to Redbox. I went to Redbox
Hey,
all the time. Hey,
I still got Redbox DVDs I
Hey.
never returned. I just ended up paying for them.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, that was a date
Yeah.
for me. Hey, let's go get a
know.
Redbox, get some
Hell
takeout, go
yeah.
back to the house.
Hell yeah.
That don't make no sense.
What, the Redbox?
Redbox thing, man.
They tried it. Netflix tried to buy it.
Blockbuster not like just.
Because-
I know they tried to at the end. They had some Redbox like vending machines,
Well,
but they waited
Blockbuster
too
Blockbuster
long.
had an opportunity to merge with Netflix, and they chose not to because they didn't
Really?
they didn't believe in Netflix. Yeah, and by then it was too late.
That's bad
Now
business.
Netflix is Netflix got their own studio. They put out their own movies now.
Yeah.
Movies and TV
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah,
Like,
there's almost more Netflix movies than
yeah,
there is
like,
others.
Bro, there's a lot of Netflix.
no.
Yeah, and they good too.
Oh, they're great. I mean, they ain't like Tubi. They got good actors. They got
No,
budget.
no.
They got a budget.
You ain't gonna watch no WNBA on Netflix.
I bet you will.
That's too premium.
Tom Brady roast was on Netflix. Special.
Yeah.
So,
I
anything
definitely
else?
think
Anything
you
else we
will.
got? I don't have anything else on the
If
list.
they play WNBA on Netflix, you're gonna have some ads.
You got some cancellations.
Sorry to interrupt this service.
Well, in the spirit of the top 100 athletes of all time, I got a hypothetical.
Okay.
I got a
listening.
hypothetical.
I hope you're prepared because Brandon really he tried to pull one out when we had the guy on, and Brandon couldn't figure it out. So have you thought this through on how you're gonna say this? Because you've done this a couple times. You're like, I got a hypothetical. and
that was a good hypothetical.
you're like,
last
well,
time.
but you're saying
right.
You're saying it as you're thinking it. So do you have the hypothetical?
Just go ahead and say it. We'll clarify it. We'll say it
was a
again.
good-
We'll clarify it again.
the baseball one was a good hypothetical.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it was off the top of your head. It wasn't prepared.
Of course.
So is this one prepared?
No.
Okay.
In the spirit of having these athletes, I got a hypothetical. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
For $1 million, you have to beat one person in an event in their sport. Who you going up against?
One of the women for sure.
Are you gonna go up against Michael Phelps?
No.
Michael Phelps in his worst stroke, I guess it's called, right?
No. Worst event?
Yeah. Are you gonna go up against Serena Williams?
No.
Or are you gonna go up against Floyd Mayweather?
I'm neither. I'm gonna take my chances with like Maya Moore.
No. Just
You
this
said in the
is your.
spirit, No, you said in the spirit of the top 100. I get to pick
No,
anybody.
no,
in the
you
top
don't. I'm
100.
giving you the three people. I just said in the spirit of top 100.
I'm not. I don't think I could do any of those.
You got to pick one.
If I had to choose one, I would choose Serena.
Yeah, if I had to choose, if money was on the line or a gun to my head, I'm gonna have to choose Serena.
Floyd Mayweather.
But, okay. Have you?
Floyd Mayweather. He don't hit nobody. He don't do nothing.
He's knocked people out before.
He don't do nothing.
But here's the
Floyd Mayweather.
He doesn't lose.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Out of those three people, I've only seen one of them lose, and it's Serena Williams.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
She also won while pregnant, though.
That is true too.
That's crazy.
yeah.
She mentioned that with Bronny James, something at the ESPYs or whatever. She wasn't a great host, by the way. She was okay.
Oh, she hosted it. I didn't watch it.
I watched the highlights.
I mean, I've seen highlights.
With the age of social media now, I'm more of a highlight guy. Give me the bits and pieces. Give me the good stuff.
Give me the
I'm
15-second.
I'm not sitting through 2.5 hours.
But you know who figured that out? You don't talk about people being kind of behind in the times talking about MLB because they try to stay too traditional, and that's the problem with them. Yeah. But not to bring this up again because I know we were talking about real sports, but
real
but
sports.
When it comes, when it comes
non-women's sports is what I'm trying to say.
Listen, when
ladies
it comes,
and gentlemen, that's what he's trying to say.
It was because we're talking about real sports. So what are you gonna say?
I'm talking about WWE.
Oh, okay. So not a real sport. Right.
Yeah. When it comes to the WWE, they actually have been doing a phenomenal job at being ahead of the times when it comes to like social media and everything. Like, look at them. They're about to do the same thing. They're going to Netflix starting January 1st, 2025.
Oh, really?
Like they're going to Netflix. Like they have done a great job marketing wise, but I mean that's kind of what their sport is kind of all about. Though, is promoting and marketing. Like so they kind of have to be.
Speaking of wrestling,
WWE got a lot of women in there.
They do.
They do.
I was telling dogs. Like back in the day, you watched WWE back in the day, like. But WWE for me was like when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. It was like my porn. That was like Trish Stratus. Some of these, you know what I'm saying. Some of these girls. And if you look at some of the skits they were doing, I'm like, there were kids in the stand, and you were doing skits like this, like ripping clothes off.
Bro, remember Sable took her dress off. She just had handprints on her. That's it.
Like I mean,
and some panties on.
Yes. But speaking of wrestling, and we can finish on this. I finally we were traveling somewhere. I finally watched the Iron Claw.
Oh yeah, that's
finally
a good
watched
one.
the Iron
Did
Claw.
you cry?
I didn't. Very sad movie though. But I'm like, damn, dude. I blame the father.
Oh yeah.
I blame the father.
100%.
Like you really forced this on these kids.
Oh yeah.
He didn't force them all to take steroids, or maybe he did.
It wasn't steroids weren't the problem.
No, it was fucking mental.
Like
abuse.
Fucking one lost a leg. One basically became
retarded. Well, they chalked it up to the curse.
Yeah,
this family curse.
And one's still alive, isn't he? The one that
so.
Did
you know they had another brother that wasn't that they didn't.
That's what I was saying.
There.
His story is so fucked.
No,
he's dead.
Oh. Yeah.
His story is so fucked up. They didn't want to put it in there. They didn't even mention him.
Yeah, they didn't mention him in the movie at all.
His story, and he actually became a professional wrestler too. Like
I thought he had a disability.
He did have, but he has some kind of small disability. But he actually wrestled also. Oh. But his story is so fucked up. Like when it comes to the bad shit of drugs, all that shit, that they literally, how do you write a family member? How are you going to have a movie about a family and write a family member completely out of the story?
This was literally one of the worst families I've ever read about.
Yeah. I mean, they had one brother die like immediately. Then the other brother got in the motorcycle accident. Then he eventually died. Then the other brother that got something happened in the ring, he eventually died.
You want to talk about nepotism? Wrestling, they got a lot of nepotism.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. But like baseball, I'm not saying it's nepotism because you got to honestly prove yourself in baseball. But there's a lot of families in baseball too.
I mean, that man was obsessed with bringing home a fucking fake championship to his family. Like, he was obsessed with it.
Do we have to change our top 5 families list after NBA season starts?
What do you mean?
We did our top 5.
Why do we have to change it?
You know we did our top 5 list?
He's saying because of Bronny James.
Oh, well, does he make the top 5?
Our list was top 5 the best families in sports.
If Bronny James makes the roster and averages 15 points a game his rookie year, then yes, we'll put him on the list. But that ain't happening. That ain't happening. He's not gonna average 15 in the G League.
God,
and I'm rooting for the kid.
I'm not.
I am. Oh wow.
Damn.
That's worse than Gary.
Bronny James might average 15 in the WNBA.
Oh.
And folks, we're gonna go ahead and close out on that note.